Do you ever unlock your phone to do one specific thing? Like check the weather or reply to a text. But 15 minutes later, you look up from an endless scroll with zero memory of why you even picked up your phone. Sound familiar? Because that was me, all the time. I had this love-hate thing going with my phone. It was supposed to be a tool to make my life easier, but honestly, it felt like my brain was running a marathon every time I unlocked it. My home screen was a total mess. Dozens of apps, those little red notification badges screaming at me, a chaotic wallpaper. It was basically a digital welcome mat for distraction. And without me even realizing it, it was draining my energy, stealing my focus, and adding this low-grade layer of stress to my life. In this video, we're going to get into the science of how all that digital clutter is hijacking your brain. More importantly, I'm going to walk you through the simple, concrete steps I took to reclaim my attention and create a clutter-free home screen that has seriously improved my focus, my productivity, and my overall sense of calm. This isn't about getting a dumb phone. It's about making your smartphone work for you again, not against you. Section 1. The why? The science of digital clutter. So, why does a messy home screen have such a powerful, negative effect on us? It's not just you being disorganized, there's real science to it. Think about it like this. Your brain has a limited amount of mental energy each day. Every little thing it has to process, from a pop-up notification to a brightly colored app icon, uses up a tiny piece of that energy. Researchers at Princeton University actually found that a cluttered environment, physical or digital, forces your brain to work overtime. When your home screen is a chaotic mess of apps and alerts, all those visual cues are competing for your attention. Your brain has to struggle to filter out all that noise just to find what you're looking for, and that whole process is incredibly draining. It's like trying to have a serious conversation in the middle of a loud concert. Sure, you can do it, but you'll be exhausted afterward. This constant state of low-grade overload has real consequences. Studies show that digital clutter can be just as toxic to your mental health as physical clutter, leading to higher levels of stress and anxiety. You know that overwhelmed feeling you get when you look at a messy desk? The same thing happens when you look at a chaotic phone screen. Your brain interprets that visual chaos as a list of unfinished jobs, which keeps your stress hormones, like cortisol, elevated. The result is a brain that's always distracted, which makes it harder to focus, tanks your productivity, and can even impact your decision-making. When your mind is constantly dealing with a flood of digital noise, it has less capacity for deep thought, creativity, and real problem-solving. But the good news is, we can fix this. And it all starts by taking control of that little screen in our pocket. Section 2. The how? A step-by-step tutorial to declutter. Alright, let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through the 5 steps I took to transform my phone from a source of stress into a legit tool for productivity. This is the exact process that helped me get my focus back. Step 1. The grade app deletion. First up was something I call the grade app deletion. It was brutal, but it was necessary. I went through every single app on my phone and asked myself one question. Have I used this in the last month? If the answer was no, it got deleted. Be ruthless here. That app you downloaded for a one-time coupon, the game you were obsessed with for a week, the social media platform you scroll out of habit but don't even enjoy? Gone. This isn't just about freeing up storage, it's about reducing decision fatigue. The average person has over 80 apps on their phone but uses only about 9 a day. Every app just sitting there is another micro-decision your brain has to make. By deleting what you don't use, you're removing dozens of potential distractions before they can ever grab your attention. And remember, you can always re-download an app if you find you truly need it. Step 2. Curating your home screen. Once the purge was done, it was time to curate my home screen. The new rule was simple. Only the most essential, tool-based apps get to live here. For me, these are things I use multiple times a day for a specific function, like my calendar, notes app, and camera. This is all about shifting your phone from a consumption device to a productivity tool. When you unlock your phone, you should see tools, not temptations. Social media, news apps, games, anything with an infinite scroll or designed to keep you hooked, has no place on your main home screen. I moved all of those into my app library, completely out of sight. The goal is to make opening a distracting app an intentional choice, not an accidental slip-up. Step 3. Organizing with folders and widgets. Now, for the apps that survived the purge but didn't make the home screen cut, I organized them into folders. I just grouped them by simple categories: finance, travel, social, etc. This keeps your other app pages looking clean and makes things easy to find, but it stops them from being a constant visual distraction. I also got really intentional with my widgets. Instead of a bunch of widgets flashing information I never asked for, I now use just one or two that are genuinely useful. A calendar widget showing my next appointment, or a simple weather widget. Helpful. A news widget flashing stressful headlines? Not helpful. The key is to use widgets that give you information at a glance, not ones that are trying to pull you into an app. Step 4. The power of a minimalist wallpaper. This might sound like a tiny detail, but it has a surprisingly big impact. Before, my wallpaper was a busy, colorful photo. It was nice, I guess, but it was just another layer of visual noise for my brain to deal with. I switched to a simple, clean wallpaper. A solid color or a very subtle gradient works great. When your background is calm, your mind feels calmer. It makes your app icons easier to see, reduces visual strain, and just creates a sense of order. It's like putting a clean, uncluttered mat on your desk. It sets the stage for focus. Just avoid busy patterns or photos that make it hard to even see your apps or the time. Step 5. Taming notifications. This is, without a doubt, the most important step. Notifications are the single biggest thief of your focus. Every buzz and ping is an interruption that yanks you out of what you're doing and forces your brain to switch contexts, which absolutely kills productivity. I went into my settings and turned off notifications for almost every single app. The only apps that get to notify me are for messages from actual people and my calendar appointments. No social media pings, no news alerts, no promotional pop-ups, and definitely no red badges screaming for my attention. Trust me, the world will not end if you don't see a like the second it happens. With this, you are in control. You decide when to check your apps, they don't get to decide for you. This one change alone will give you back hours of focused time and a ton of mental peace. CTA mid-roll. If you're finding these steps helpful, let me know in the comments which one you're going to try first. And if you're serious about taking back your focus, make sure you subscribe, because I share new strategies on digital minimalism and productivity every single week. Section 3. The reveal my clutter-free home screen. So after all that, what does my phone look like now? It's almost laughably simple. When I unlock it, the first thing I see is that calm, minimal wallpaper. Down in the dock are my 4 most used tools: phone, messages, a to-do list app, and my browser. On the screen itself are just 2 rows of apps. For me, that's my calendar, camera, notes, and maps. And that is literally it. No folders, no visual noise, no red notification badges anywhere. If I need another app, I just swipe over to my second page where I have a few tidy folders for stuff like finances and health. Everything else lives in the app library, just a quick search away if I really need it. The entire experience of using my phone has shifted. It's no longer a slot machine of digital distractions. It's a clean, organized toolkit. It actually feels calm to open. I get in, do what I need to do, and get out. There's nothing there to accidentally pull me into a 20-minute scroll session. It has become a tool that serves me, rather than a master I serve. Section 4. The benefits. The solution. And the change wasn't just aesthetic, it was profound. I'm not kidding, within just a few days, I felt this massive shift in my own mental clarity. My mind felt lighter, less scattered. I could actually focus on my work for longer chunks of time without feeling that compulsive itch to check my phone. That constant, low-grade anxiety I didn't even realize was there just started to fade away. And my productivity? It soared. Because my phone was no longer a constant source of micro-distractions, I was able to get into that flow state more easily and stay there. I wasn't just getting more done, The quality of my work improved because it was receiving my full, undivided attention. It even improved my sleep because I wasn't getting sucked into my phone right before bed. It turns out, when you create an environment of focus, your brain really does respond. CTA in conclusion, so, I want to challenge you. Take 15 minutes today, that's it, and go through these steps. Delete the apps you don't use. Move the distracting ones off your home screen. And most importantly, shut down those notifications. I promise you, the feeling of taking back control is incredibly empowering. Your phone should be a tool that helps you live a better life, not a portal that sucks you out of it. By decluttering your digital world, you're not just organizing your phone, you're decluttering your mind. You're creating space for more focus, more productivity, and more peace. Try it out and share a picture of your new minimalist home screen on Instagram and tag me, or describe your new setup in the comments below. I'd love to see what you create. Smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tech challenges, future experiments, and real talk from TechWave 65. Thanks for watching. Stay focused, and I'll see you in the next video.